Today on Hey We're Talking.
Ooh.
DuckTales. Woo!
I didn't know you were going to do that.
I know. Good job.
We bring out these two dorks' inner nerd. Hey everybody, welcome to Hey We're Talking. It's the show that's on the go and better than all the rest because we put you to the test. Welcome to the show. Today I got on the show with me here two guys that I know very well, very right this point, and one of them here on the right is James Howell.
We put you to the test. That's
I don't
for
know.
sure.
I just
I
decided to rhyme something.
Like, put you to the test. You're the best.
We're on the go. That is true. We are on the go.
How do you put them to the test?
Well, we always say things that can challenge their imagination.
Testing their patience for sure.
That's for sure.
I love the fact how he became an auctioneer for a moment. Putting them to the test on my right. Blah, 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 blah. It's like, what?
It's a great show today, everybody. Welcome to the show.
I feel like Scott is always trying to test out new voices and accents.
No, I'm kind of crazy.
But he does it exclusively. He only does it exclusively at the beginning of our show, and then he goes back to talking normal, which is what we like. We like you, Scott.
No, you don't. You give me crap about it every time.
We tolerate you, Scott.
Oh, that's nice of you guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. It's very nice that you allow me to be a part of the broadcast.
You are the show, the host of the show, Scott.
Oh, thank you. You're too kind. Derek's just the talent, though. He's told us before. He's just the talent.
That's true. Well, he brings in all the people because he's got this successful YouTube channel that's got 40,000 followers.
Yeah.
You know.
If he had 40,000 followers, he wouldn't even have anything to do with us. Let's be real.
True.
He'd be raking in literally
$6 a day,
$10 to $20 a day of revenue.
Tens of dollars.
He'd be raking in tens of dollars.
Tens of dollars every month.
Yeah.
So to kind of stick with the YouTube theme real quick. So did you guys see that Casey Neistat's doing something totally different now?
No.
Nope.
What's he doing?
He's typical. I'm not sure yet because I haven't watched the video, but he's, typically he's just done these posts all the time about his adventures and little business things he does and, his typical vlogs. But apparently he's going to be changing it up, or he is changing it up, and now he's going to be doing a daily blog.
That's a vlog, by the way.
Vlog. Sorry about that. But it's going to be something called 368.
Okay.
So I don't really know what it is yet. Basically,
if it's going to be political, I'm going to yell at him.
No, I don't think it's going to be political at all. I think it's
talk about politics sometimes. Go ahead.
He did mention something about a podcast.
Yeah, he's doing a podcast with his wife.
Other adventures. So I'm curious to see kind of what his thing is going to be.
He should have never stopped. He should have never stopped doing his daily vlog in the first place. This is a new take on it, but his daily vlog was good. But I understand he said he wanted to do something different. He got bored, and yeah. But then he just wasn't posting at all, hardly ever. It was very few and far between. So it'll be good if he's going to do something on a regular basis again.
Yeah, he went a couple weeks without posting, and then he was uploading once every week or every few days or something like that. So it's different change for him. I'm curious to see what it's going to become.
So you guys would say Casey Neistat's a successful internet person?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
And he likes to change things up, right?
He does. Yeah,
so,
true.
So that means we need to emulate, and we need to change things up too.
Yeah.
Right?
I like it.
True.
All right.
Is that like your little hint?
Just keep that in mind, people. Maybe we'll be changing things up. Maybe we'll be firing some people. Maybe we'll be hiring some people.
We're not firing anybody, and we can't hire anybody because we don't make any money.
Right. That's true.
I thought y'all were going to be firing me because y'all...
Why do you say that?
I really don't contribute outside of the show.
I think what'll happen is Derek
that's
will eventually
true.
Derek
That's
will
true.
eventually quit. Is what's going to happen.
That is going to happen. I think he's going to start another podcast with somebody else. But
yeah,
that's true. You don't. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up.
What is this? Is this like TMZ? What is happening right now?
People ask me about the podcast. They're like, "Hey, what do y'all use? What do y'all do?" And I'm like, Skype. and
I don't know.
They're like, "So like, what kind of things do y'all use for like recording?" And I'm like, I think I heard Scott call it Ecamm or something like that. I don't know.
Ecamm, if you want to sponsor the program,
that would be
send us an email.
We use Ecamm, and then if we do Facebook Live, we use their Facebook Live app as well.
We need to go live sometime.
We're going to. That's another thing. We could actually just talk about some of this stuff right now on the show if you want to.
Let's do it. We're gonna go live.
So, are we gonna have a live planning session? Is that what that is?
No. Planning? We're still going to talk about the topic, but we're having fun because Derek dropped a little hint. Listen, I was going to save
that for after the break, a little right at the end. Say, hey, we're changing things up a little bit here. Hey, we're talking.
Is it really happening?
Yeah,
that's the thing. Listen, I'm sitting here. I've been with you guys, and now all of a sudden I'm hearing like I was the one that was like, okay, let's just go ahead and do it, and you were like, oh, wait a minute, we got to make sure. And then I sent you some stuff, and that changed it. Did that change it? Just the stuff I sent you?
I'm just sick of arguing with you, Scott.
You're full of crap.
Scott and I
That did change everything, didn't it? Because I sent you actual thing that showed you what we could do.
So on Voxer, Scott and I had a little back and forth yesterday.
Argue, though.
Yeah, we kind of did.
Did we?
I felt as it was an argument because I was getting a little heated. You got a little heated. This was a private
Derek
discussion.
wasn't even there. That's
I wasn't even there.
No, because
we have our own little Voxer group where we talk about the show. Hey, we're talking official.
Yeah.
And apparently
HWT official.
Apparently, I'm not important enough to be a part of the discussion.
That has nothing to do with it. But go ahead. If you want to feel that way, the whole point was, I kept telling Bob, if we're going to do this thing, let's just do it, man. And he was like, we got to plan it out. I was like, what do we need to plan? Let's do it. What do we plan on this show? He's like, we do. So we go back and forth on the planning. See, I'm a seat of the pants kind of guy. And Bob is a planner.
That's what I do for a living. That's what I do in life.
So because I love Bob, I said, all right, how can I reach out to Bob and make him feel safe and secure? So I sent him a little planned out thing so that he could see.
You sent that to Derek too, right?
No, just you.
Oh,
he hasn't seen it yet. I'll send it to him, but we were having the discussion about it.
Send it to all of our listeners.
No.
Oh.
There's top secret information in there. I actually would like to just talk about it instead of Derek just looking at it. It'd be fun to talk through it, but not here on the air.
Well, why don't you tell people what we're doing, Scott?
Do you really want me to say?
Yeah. I mean, is
it official for real?
It's starting next week.
Really?
By the way, this is going to be so anticlimactic. It's not even.
No, I mean, it's not that big of a deal. We've talked. People know we asked, like, should we do one show a week that's an hour long, or should we continue to do 3 30-minute episodes? So we've been debating this. Bob brought it up, and he thought Derek and I were going to be like, oh, dude, 1 hour? But we both said, yeah, let's do it. And I think Bob was taken off guard by that because we were like, okay, let's do it. Let's go.
Yeah, but you wanted to do it like right this second. Like, okay.
Yeah, in episode 201. Why not?
It'll be an hour long. It's like, no, we gotta plan this stuff out. I'm glad you guys enjoy the idea, but we gotta plan it out and have some structure to this thing so it's not just a mess.
I think Derek and I could have been just fine. It would have freaked you out at first, but we would have made it. We could have done it, right, Derek? You could have done an hour.
Yep. I mean, the show appears like it's just crazy, but we do have a structure that we follow.
Sort of.
Loosely.
Very loose.
It's more of guidelines than rules.
It is. It's more suggestions than anything else. So it looks like we're going to do the 1 hour show once a week, which will be good for Derek too because he's busy, and so are you, Bob. Really. It'll be good for both you guys.
We're all busy. We all have, for those of you who may be wanting to start a podcast, and I've talked to some people who do want to start up podcasts, who've been inspired by, hey, we're talking to do some podcasting, and I say it's like you got to syncing up schedules is very challenging.
Yep.
It's very challenging.
When you say they were inspired by it, here's what I really think is they listen to it and go, if these idiots can do a show, why can't I? Isn't that what it really is? When it all boils down to it.
There's some guys in the YouTube pipe community. They want to have they get on they get on Voxer, and they want to they talk about tobacco and they talk about beer and stuff like that. They kind of want to. I think they're in the planning stages of starting a podcast, and there's like 4 or 5 of them, and I'm like, dude, go for it. It's like, but be on the lookout. This is just what you want to be. This is what you need to be.
The other thing that I think that they'll find is a challenge. No joke. You might think that you'd be able to easily just talk for a half hour, but eventually you might not be able to do that because you may run out of ideas or topics. It's not as easy as it looks. I know that we look like we make it look so easy,
Oh yeah,
effortless. Yeah. But the truth is, you have to have a little bit of the gift of gab, and you have to have the gift of communication. There's some things there. Again, I sound like I'm like, we're amazing, but I'm just telling you, it's not like you just get in front of a microphone and you're good to go.
We've been doing it, and Scott and I have been doing it in some format, whether it was this or a previous show that we did that wasn't a podcast, but it was 4 people on a show.
It basically
talking about beer.
Yep.
It's basically set up like this, to where there's 4 people, and you have to figure out how to time things properly and to not overtalk each other, which we still do once in a while. But kind of learn to see each other's body language and figure out when to stop and all of that stuff. So it does take some time to learn. And,
I really enjoy Derek's body language.
He needs to get his hair cut, though.
I think it looks good. What are you talking about?
It's on Wednesday. I got a haircut scheduled for Wednesday.
So no show on Wednesday. We got a haircut scheduled, guys. Okay. Anyway, that was so boring what we just did, wasn't it? Does anybody care about any of the stuff that we just talked about?
So basically, beginning next week, Monday's show will be an hour-long show.
I thought it's going to be Wednesdays.
Wednesday's show will be an hour-long show. There won't be
We don't know. We have to plan.
There won't be a Monday or a Friday. It'll be 1 hour long, and we've got some new segments and some bits coming up, and it should be exciting.
But go ahead, Derek.
We should be doing some live streams as well on the Facebook.
Yes.
Maybe YouTube.
Yes.
So I have something planned for that I got to talk to these guys off the air, but our Facebook page will become a lot more active, a lot more live videos, stuff like that in the future. So it should be exciting.
They have 1 hour-long podcast, but we'll have more. We might do more Facebook Live things.
We're going to have some supplemental entertainment. So I would say if you're thinking to yourself, oh, I only get to hear these guys now 1 time a week, listen, I think this will open up for other opportunities throughout the week. So we'll see how it goes.
And the only person I know of that doesn't really have Facebook that listens to the show is Jenny. So Jenny will be mad because, she won't get to see all the other stuff. She could join
Facebook just so she can watch the show.
Yeah. I don't know if she will.
Here's the thing, though. The Facebook Live, when we do it, it's not like we're just going to leave it and not use it. We'll post that. We'll take the actual Facebook Live and we can post it if we want to.
That's true. Or we could just leave it on Facebook Live because that's where most people in the world are.
You understand what I'm saying, though. The audio from it could be posted in other places and on YouTube and whatever. So anyway, all right. Listen,
I like YouTube Live myself personally. That's a fun format.
Yeah, you do YouTube Lives. You're the king. You're the mayor of YouTube Live. I forgot.
Oh yeah, somebody did declare you the mayor of YouTube, or the mayor of the YTPC, YouTube pipe community.
Is there a governor and a president of the YTPC?
Nope. There's just
a
me.
mayor.
Just the mayor. There's no vice mayor. There's no dog catcher. There's no city planner. There's no governor. There's no secretary of defense.
City council?
No.
Oh.
There's no city council. It's just me, the mayor.
Wow.
Mayor of YouTube Pipe Community.
Wow. That feels like a lot of responsibility.
That is.
Yeah, it's a corrupt government. So
He's a dictator.
I take bribes and it's fine. Yeah.
All right, listen, when we come back, we're going to talk about our actual topic. If you stuck around this long, you'll get to hear what it is coming up. Today's show is brought to you by GoDaddy. Buy your own domain name, build your site, or use any of GoDaddy's business tools and save 30%. Just go to trygodaddy.com/HWT. That's trygodaddy.com/HWT. Ready Player One?
I cannot wait to see that movie.
Really?
Yep.
Oh my gosh, Paris in our little social Hey We're Talking chat has been talking about that thing and how excited he is. I think he already saw it. It's already out, right?
It's supposed to be a good movie.
Okay.
Yeah, it is already out in the movies.
But Paris has been very excited about that. And I'm going to say his name one more time so Paris knows that we've talked about him on the show.
Yeah, he likes when we mention his name too.
And he keeps telling us that he's got some great topics for us, like some amazing, hey, we're talking topics for the show.
And then he forgot.
But then he forgot.
Yeah.
He forgot. He was like, guys, this would be the greatest show ever. But I forgot it.
I'm going to the movies tonight.
There you go.
Yeah.
See if you can get your wife to go see that.
No, I'm actually going with some people to watch a movie called Blockers.
What?
Well, that's the John Cena one, right?
Yes. It's we can't say what it is. It's cockadoodle-doo blockers. Because
Parents
they're trying to
be
stop
such
their kids from
rooster blockers.
Yeah, they're trying to make their kids
on
prom
night. Yeah.
It looks funny. It looks like, I mean, it's not going to be like, wow, Blockers was one of the best films I've ever seen, but you're going to laugh.
And it's probably going to be all for naught. It was probably just all a misunderstanding. They think that their kids are going to attempt to
I think they really are going to try.
But then but it turns out they really weren't planning on doing anything like that. I don't know.
They're just good kids. They never meant to accidentally have sex.
It'll be interesting.
Okay. And it's going to make Bob feel like really uncomfortable because he has 2 teenage kids.
Yeah, my daughter's prom's coming up.
Are you just like, son of... Is that why you're watching it? Is it like it's to help you know what to do?
It's a documentary. It's a how-to.
Like some movie's going to help me deal with that. I did buy her... she did buy a dress, though, which was...
I thought you were going to say she bought protection or something.
Okay. So, video games from
hey,
our
listen,
childhood.
Derek talked about porn on the last episode and played a swear word. I'm probably going to have to bleep it. I wonder if I can bleep it. That'd be funny if I can bleep it.
You should.
It would be hilarious. Bleep, Derek. And what I should do is just do the whole thing, go bleep, 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 like every other word Derek says, so it sounds like he swore a lot more than he did.
We should do that. Take an episode and throw in random beeps. Like when we're not swearing. I think that'd be hilarious. Just
it
find
would
it
be.
up. I'd have to like
you'd have to do some research on, like, you'd have to watch a couple of episodes and find one that really fit to make it funny.
And just beep, beep, beep. If somebody's got the skills and wants to do this on behalf of Hey We're Talking,
dude, do you know what you're doing? You're opening up a can of worms for people to make fun of us relentlessly.
A can of beep.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so today we were really supposed to do top 5 video games from our childhood. We've sort of talked about this. That was the thing. We've dabbled into it, but we didn't like actually make it a top 5.
And that was like a year and a half ago. So it was before top 5 existed in our.
Man, we're gonna jump the shark, dude.
There were no such thing as top 5 lists a few years ago.
Lifts. He's doing the R's and now he's got the lifts.
I promise I'm not drinking.
No,
any
he had
alcohol.
a Coke Zero, the small Coke Zero.
It's right here. It's empty.
He only had 7.5 ounces though.
And I had a couple of cappuccinos.
A couple.
Oh, so you're all geeked up on that.
I'm surprised you're this calm from that many drinks.
An official cappuccino is basically 4 ounces.
But it's very concentrated coffee, right? Espresso.
It's one shot of espresso. It's one shot of espresso.
Bob, go ahead.
Go, Bob. Go, Bob. Go.
So here's something I've been wanting to tell you guys, and I totally forgot about it. So when I was in Philadelphia on one of my work trips, in the evening we would go to a few bars or whatever. So the one bar we went to, pretty much the only beer that they had that I'm like, yeah, it's pretty decent, would be Guinness. So everything else, it's like, I didn't really. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Guinness, but it's good on tap.
Yingling?
So
You're in.
They had Yingling, but I don't really like Yingling very much. So yeah, whatever. So anyways,
in Pennsylvania, didn't have a Yingling.
I've had them before. But
that's like where they are, dude. And
I haven't had a cheesesteak yet.
What?
Which I will, because I'm going back to Philly again. So I will be indulging in a real Philly cheesesteak.
Hey, when you landed
sandwich.
in Philly, did you go, Motown Philly, back again?
No.
Doing
I went,
a
good.
little East Coast thing.
I'm glad we didn't die. So anyways, so I got a Guinness, and I'm like, man, what can I do to this Guinness that would give me something different? And they had an espresso machine right there at the bar.
What?
So I asked for a shot of espresso, and I let it cool down, and I poured half a shot of espresso in that Guinness.
No.
And it was so good.
Are you sure?
That's cool.
I'm dead serious. It was awesome.
Doesn't Guinness already kind of have that like kind of coffee taste because it's a little
Not
burnt?
really. Maybe a little bit, but I put a half a shot of espresso in there, and that wound up being a really, really good beer.
Were you like, yeah, I feel alive?
I was like, ah!
Yeah.
And that's pretty common too for bars to have espresso machine. When I couple times last year or maybe the year before, I went to San Antonio.
I've never
Paris.
seen a bar with an espresso machine.
I'm not until I've been to Philly.
Paris, and we were talking about Paris earlier. Me and my wife and Paris and his wife, he took us to this cool rooftop bar called the Paramore, and it was a full bar. They had everything. There was even some Pappy Van Winkle in the cage. Any? I did not. I did not. But it was during the day, so I really went for the coffee because they had like a Slayer espresso machine with locally roasted coffee.
So everybody just went, I don't know what that is.
Look it up.
Okay.
Slayer espresso.
Slayer the band?
It's like an $8,000 commercial espresso machine.
So you spent more on yours than they spent on the commercial one?
Wow.
Stop it. No.
Okay, talk about the espresso. Go ahead.
No, they had it. They had it there. And we had
that was the story, is that they had an espresso machine?
No, the story is that bars have espresso machines in them now. It's like a thing.
Okay.
That was a new thing to me. I'd never seen it before.
It's becoming a thing. So that they can
wait a minute. Is it a thing or is it becoming a thing? Because now you're changing your story, Derek.
It's a thing. So they can have more people during the day.
Okay. I like it.
So they can make sure to wake up their patrons before they drive drunk home.
That could be part of it too. All right. We got to name some video games, or we're not going to be able to talk about any video games. I'm going to say one from my era.
Okay,
that I was into. Defender.
That was good.
Do you guys play Defender too?
Oh yeah.
Okay, good.
Which one was that? Is that the one with
you kind of just fly and you shoot stuff like in your little spaceship?
Nobody was ever very good at it.
No, it was difficult, but I liked it.
Yeah,
it was one of my favorites. I spent a lot. See, kids, back in the day, you had to put quarters into these machines to play them. You didn't have them on your TV or on your cell phone.
Well,
you had to
go to your day.
You had to go to an arcade and put quarters into a machine to play these things.
I just found out there is in Brookfield, Illinois, which is only maybe an hour away. There is a monstrous arcade there. Like 600 different arcade games. You pay $20 to get in, and they're all set at free place.
Isn't Brookfield, Illinois, the place that's taking everybody's guns away?
No.
Which city is that?
Chicago?
No. There's a city that just passed this thing where they're going to take everybody's ARs and stuff.
They're not.
Yes, they are.
It's against the law.
Screw you.
No,
Illinois.
I saw that. I saw that article and I read through it.
It's
and
Brookfield.
Well, even if it is, there's a zoo there too. Maybe that's why they're trying to protect the animals at the zoo. At Brookfield Zoo.
You're gonna need your AR wouldn't do anything, but you're gonna need a gun when the tiger jumps out of the cage and comes and try to kill everybody.
There is a arcade like that in Nashville that I went to a few years ago. It's kind of like
and
that.
Do you have to pay quarters?
No, you pay a fee when you get in, and you just go in and play whatever you want to play. They got pinball machines.
So great. I wish that.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
But I could see you, Scott, just spending $10 on Q*bert or something like that.
You just mentioned my other big one, Q*bert. I loved Q*bert. And he would swear when he got hurt, when he got
it was like
killed.
This little thing.
Do you remember him?
Like a mutant Pac-Man looking thing with a trumpet
like a big trumpet nose, yeah.
And you're just going up and down this pyramid thing
without these things catching you. Yeah, you're flipping the colors so that you can finish it, and these little things come after you.
You can't even describe. It's like you jump on the pyramid, and when you land on a tile, it changes color, and you're supposed to change all the colors.
Yes,
it's just you can't even describe what the.
But when he would get caught by one of the things, all these little swear symbols went up over his head.
Yep, he would swear.
Q*bert, that's not nice. Okay, so what's one of you guys' games?
Go ahead, Derek.
Use guys's.
Okay, well, we're going to go to my all-time favorite.
Do it.
From my childhood. We'll just hit this up. We'll go to number one. Nintendo Entertainment System's The Legend of Zelda.
Oh, you took Bob's.
Yep. There it is.
Do you see the sadness on his face when you did that? Yeah, your
Zelda's
Zelda's
it's not sad.
It doesn't.
I just realized that.
What's the guy's name? Link?
Link.
Yeah.
Yes. It was such a fun game.
Do you know I never played Zelda ever?
Oh, it's such an amazing game.
Can you still play it somewhere? Could I play it on like my Xbox or something?
On your Wii, your Nintendo Wii.
I don't have
Nintendo product.
It is a Nintendo property.
Would they not let you do it on a cell phone somehow? Is there a?
If you have an Android, you can get mods and play every one.
Ooh, I'm gonna do it.
Like every game you can ever imagine, you can have play on your Android.
Really?
But the Legend of Zelda was just a game where it was one of the first kinds of games where there's no direction. You know, like Super Mario Brothers, you just go right. You know, you just go, and that's where you go. You have a direction to go. You just have this open world in Zelda, and you got to figure it out. And that was what was cool about it.
So it was like an actual action adventure, huh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, very 8-bit graphics and very simple in a sense, but very difficult as well because you don't have any direction where to go. It's an open world. They guide you along a little bit, and then you have to go discover and remember where everything's at. And that was cool about it. Zelda was one of my it is my favorite game of all time. I mean, just the whole series of Zelda has been awesome. So to keep it moving along, my number 2 video game of all time was on Super Nintendo, which was Mario Kart. I literally have invested hundreds, maybe thousands of hours into that game. We would wake up and play it. We would play it all night long. I had a friend who would always crash at my house on the weekends, and he would we'd play it all night Friday, go to sleep, wake up. I had to go to work Saturday mornings. He'd sit there and play it all day. And then when I got home, we'd sit there and play it all night long.
Wow.
And we played that game so much. It was such a blast.
Every time
I did play a lot of Mario Kart. There was a bunch of different Mario Kart games. I enjoyed them.
Oh, yeah.
See, it's because you guys, your whole generation was into the Nintendo, and I just got a taste of it when it first came out. I was in high school. So we played
36 in 1985?
We played Mortal Kombat. And we played, Mario, Duck Hunt, and all that stuff. But yeah, I didn't get into the Zelda or anything like that. And then by then I was graduated in 1990, so I didn't play those. I did play one thing I think I got Sega, and I got this game called
Sega.
Blades of Steel, and I loved that game.
Is that your other one there?
Well, I've mentioned 3 games to your guys' 1. You guys got to step it up. You only got like a minute left.
Uh-oh.
Mike Tyson's Punch-Out.
Ooh!
Not one of my tops, but I did beat that game one time. And I think it might have been on a glitch, but I don't care.
Glitches be crazy.
No doubt.
I got through the first round, and I got to the second round, and I punched him once, and he was done.
Nice.
And I just celebrated, and we didn't have camera phones or anything to take pictures. I probably took it on a, Kodak 35, roll-up, camera, disposable camera. Yeah. But, that was awesome to be able to do that.
Okay, throw another one out there, Bob. You only got 1 second.
Killer Instinct.
What is that?
That was like a Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter, but just a different variety, and that's another game that we just spent so much time playing. Throw another one out there, Mega Man. The whole Mega Man series.
You stole Derek's!
Well, we only got a minute, so I'm talking. The whole Mega Man series was absolutely awesome. Which one was your favorite, Derek, of the Mega Man?
Probably Mega Man 2. I really enjoyed that one. Good music, good challenging gameplay. It was a lot of fun.
None of these. I don't know any of this stuff.
All right. Since we're running low on time, Scott, I'll run through a few more.
Okay,
I'll just go. For Super Nintendo, I really enjoyed Disney's Aladdin.
What?
They did that. Was a very fun game.
Exactly.
What?
Nothing. Go ahead. What else?
Something about it just struck me. Let's see. There was another Disney game for Nintendo, DuckTales.
What?
That was a fun game. Y'all never played that one?
What is going on?
All right.
How old are you? When you played these, were you like 5?
No.
DuckTales?
Yes. You've never played DuckTales. It's considered one of the best.
Okay,
Nintendo
go ahead.
games.
What else?
All right. Super Mario Brothers 3.
Super Mario's, all of them were awesome.
Yeah. NBA Jam. That was fun.
That was fun. I did that one.
Bubble Bibble.
What about this? You guys are in the exact age of all the people that I know that played this game. I haven't heard you say anything about it. 007, the James Bond thing. No, all these people your age that I knew were really into that James Bond game, and I never got it, like GoldenEye or whatever it was called.
No, that wasn't really my genre.
Wow. But DuckTales was.
Ooh.
It's a fun.
I can't help it.
Yeah, I was a kid.
Did you have? Did you play it like? Was there a Muppets game that you played, or Sesame Street?
Oh, that Muppets would be cool.
The Muppets game.
This guy.
Like you have to throw tomatoes.
Listen to this guy. Asked me what games did I play as a child, and I was like, I played DuckTales. He was like, whoa, were you a child?
How old were you?
I don't know.
Were you a teenager?
Child.
Were you a teenager?
A child.
Or like a child?
Like 9 or 10, I'm sure.
Okay. You made it sound like you were a teenager.
No,
even if he was a teenager, who cares? Don't
remove
remove
his innocence.
No,
if he was a teenager. Ha! Okay.
You were in college when I was a child.
True.
All right. We could talk about this again someday because there's so many more we haven't talked about. Donkey Kong, Pac-Man.
Final Fantasy VII.
Yes,
Asteroids.
That was awesome.
I never got into those games like that, the Final Fantasy stuff.
I'm playing an open world game right now called Last Day on Earth, and I've already put so much time in it.
Is it on your mobile console or on your? Oh,
no,
it's on your phone.
It's on the phone.
Oh, he just broke it. Oh.
Yes, it's basically you have to collect things and loot from other people, and it's like the Last Days on Earth where zombies are around and stuff. It's so fun, but so time consuming. As soon as we hang up, I got to get on and I got to feed my dog.
All right.
The big game now is Fortnite.
Yes, I played that.
Yeah, my son's really into that. Preteens, stuff like that. Teenagers are into that game.
It's pretty fun. You would like it.
Both of my kids told me, "Oh, Dad, instead of playing what you're playing, play Fortnite." I'm like, "No, I like what I'm playing right now."
You would like it because it's this thing. You're on this island and it's the fight to the last person alive. It's fun.
Yeah, I love stuff like that. So
and it's not like all bloody and gory is why it's really popular, because then all kids can play it.
Well, here's what I noticed. It seems to be about a 60-day window with games, and then I'm done with them.
Yeah.
So I'm to that point with this other game that I was
Except
playing.
Except for sports games. I'll play them nonstop forever. I can't help myself.
I won't do that. On my mobile app, I've got about 60 days that I say interested in something. And unless something major changes or they do updates, I get bored with it.
All right. We've gone way over time today, so we're going to end the show. Derek, I'll let you have the last one. Don't make it a long word, though. Just make it a short word.
Okay.